This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Salem Cruise Lite, model number 261 CE. Okay, so this is a how-to video. This is not a floor plan video, so I'll just show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So obviously, to start off with, we got a power awning with LED strip. This down here is a quick connect for the LP system. If you were to purchase a grill or a griddle that for this trailer, you can connect it right there. Just make sure you get the right pressure grill that's designed for a travel trailer, okay? Refrigerator, of course. TV signal out plus power. This is your fresh water fill. So the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup, right? But if you happen to be camping someplace that does not have city water, you can always pre-fill your fresh water tank before you get there and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So this just gives you another option when you're camping someplace without city water. Furnace vent. Okay, now that's just your dump hose there and a reducer for your power cord, your short cord. You see you have two cranks there. The longer one, the larger one is a 3/4 inch for the stabilizer jacks, and then that smaller silver one is for your power tongue jack. If it happens to fail for any reason, you can pull this plug off here, put the crank right on there, and you can crank it manually so you can get hitched and unhitched no matter what. So that's just gives you another option. You have two LP tanks full with automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery, and you have a kill switch for the battery. So right now it's on, but if you wanted to shut it off, disconnect it from the trailer, you can just turn it to the off position. Sort of the same as disconnecting a cable. Okay? Alright, so dump valve there, and then back here you have two more. You have your gray, which is sink and shower water, of course, and your black, which is toilet water and waste. Now, when you do have a tank flush on this, so after you dump your black tank, you can leave the valve open. It's important to leave it in the open position. Right. Then you can come back here and hook up the hose. The hose at the dump station. Screw it right on here. Like I said, make sure the valve is open. Turn on the water, and it'll spray out the inside of your black tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. So you always have that option. This here is your city water hookup right here. That's the most common way to get water to the trailer. This is not your cord here. This is ours, but this takes you get a 30 foot, 30 amp cord with it. Okay. Cable and satellite through. You look up the housing shows us that it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit if you want to add that. Also, while we're looking up, you have to remember the manufacturer states to every 60-90 days you should inspect your roof, so make sure you take care of that. You see any issues with it, take care of it immediately. That should be part of your regular maintenance. This is a on-demand water heater, so the controls are inside. I just want you to know that there's a on and off toggle switch here, or a rocker switch right here. So for any reason you can't get it to light up inside, there are some other safeties I'll tell you about, but the most common thing is to have this in the wrong position. So just remember that it's there. We'll talk more about this when we get inside. Okay. So let's go inside. Okay, so the slide's in right now. So we will, I think this is the right one here. Yep. So send your slide out. When you hear the ratcheting sound, you just take your finger off the button. That just keeps it from overextending or over retracting. Okay. This one is for your awning, obviously. If you look at that, you also have lights for it. Okay, never leave that out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, make sure you roll it in. And of course you have your water pump here. Remember I told you could, if you had to, you could fill your fresh water tank and then use the pump to pump the water out of it. You use that there. That's also used to winterize the trailer. And then you have your levels here, your battery, fresh, black, gray, galley, that sort of thing, okay? There's a dimmer there. You got to rub your thumb over it or finger over it to get the lights to come on. This is Bluetooth here. So with your phone or tablet, you can use these Bluetooth speakers that operate right here, and it'll show up on your Bluetooth section on your phone, and just connect to it. Okay. This is the controller for your on-demand water. Now, if there's no water on demand, let me just shut this off here. If there's no water on demand, then it will not. The gas burner will not ignite. So you have to have the city water on, or you have to have water in the tank and the water pump on. Otherwise, when you try to turn this on and call for hot water, nothing will happen. So you always want to make sure that you have water available. Otherwise, it'll block out the gas burner. Okay. This changes it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. This changes your temperature here, obviously. And then you have on and off. Remember, I showed you that toggle switch on the outside. So keep that in mind that that's there. So that gives you uninterrupted flow of hot water. You have two bunks, obviously, and under the bunk here, we might as well take care of this first. This device here is the power converter. So what it does, it converts AC to DC power. So you have regular 110 AC circuit breakers right here, like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC down here, so you got 12 volt fuses here, and they're all labeled. Also, it will sense how much energy your battery up front on the tongue needs, and it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged. So it converts AC to DC power. It's a distribution panel. It converts AC to DC power, plus it charges your battery. That's the power converter. Okay? Alrighty. Keys are hanging right here. You have this neat stuff. This slides open, and then you have drawers that pull out. You have more pull-out drawers here behind this cupboard door, and then you have basically access down here. This is that. See that line right there with the cap on it? That's what you use to draw the antifreeze into the system. You draw it through that line, for example. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to your, I don't know if he's got the gas on or not, but we'll just talk you through it either way. Always travel with this glass cooktop shut, or in the closed position when you're traveling. Never leave it open. Okay, so you must have the gas off. So anyway, when the gas is on, you just push it till it lights, and then you go to the operating temperature you want. When you shut it off, obviously the flame goes off. You have 3 burners and 3 knobs. And then below it you have this convection microwave oven too. So it's not only a microwave, it's convection. It works pretty much like they all do, but you can see that. Okay. The refrigerator is a 12 volt DC refrigerator, so it runs on 12 volt DC, and it has a compressor like your refrigerator at home, but it just runs on 12 volt. Okay. So your fireplace, I'm kind of looking around here, see if I can find the remote. It's always, we get new people and we like to always put them all in the same spot, but it doesn't always work out. Here it is right here. Okay, so pull the tab off of it. Come on, Carl. One-handed, you can do it. Okay. So, it's in really good space here. Right now it's kicking out the heat, but you can change the intensity of the fire, of course. And you have up and down for your thermostat. Like I said, the fan's really kicking right now. You also have a timer on it to set it to turn it on and off when you choose, okay? Alrighty, and then off. So you also have buttons here, obviously, or the remote, whichever one you want to use. And then you have storage behind your compartment here. All kinds of storage. And your TV obviously mounts here above this. Okay. Your thermostat is right here. Basically, you're just going to see it's off, mode is off, and fan is off, if you can see that. But you'll turn it, you'll push it first, and then you turn it, cool, heat, cool, off, off. So you just turn this knob, and when you get to the mode you want, then you just push it, and it'll turn on that either the AC or the furnace, whatever. Okay. And then when you get to temperature, you do the same thing and select the temperature. This here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it's not glowing green, get it serviced, okay? You have a jackknife sofa here. So this section jackknifes flat with storage underneath. Now these thing here comes right off. You can see you can move it to different positions. You can move it over here. And if you were to move it over here, it would be a dinette bench, for example, like it normally is, the most common way to use it. When you want to convert this area into a bed, you'll just take the table off the posts and set it on these cleats here. There's 4 of them there, 6 of them actually, and turn that into a bed. So by moving that there, you'll have 2 beds, along with your 2 bunks. You got a lot of sleeping space. Okay. The bedroom has a power bed, obviously, which you see. Let's get some light here. You see it right here, up, down. Okay. Emergency windows right here. Looks like they all do. I'll just show you real quick. You push this all the way through, and then grab a hold of the red tab and pull the screen out, and you can escape in an emergency. Okay. And let's see. Oh, TV hookups here. You'd want to, if you there's a backer plate here. If you want a bracket, you want the TV bracket. You want the one that swings out towards the bed so you can see it when you're laying down. Okay. Sliding door. You also have a closet here, which is you even got a wardrobe so you can hang stuff up, which is great. This is a fan, obviously, and this will really pull the heat out on those days where you don't quite need air conditioning. You just open the windows and crank this up, and it really does a good job. Okay. Now, obviously, this is your vanity, plus this is a GFCI plug. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Keep that in mind. Your shower and your toilet right here. Now the toilet works like all travel trailer toilets do, in the sense that it sits right over a black tank. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. Then you'll come in here and you'll put 1 dose of chemical right in the bowl, and then you'll stand on the flush pedal right there and hold it down till at least a gallon of water along with your chemical goes into the black tank below. You can use more water, just not less. So at least a gallon and your dose of chemical. Once you've done that, you're all set. If you don't do that, that's considered using it dry. If you don't do that, it'll get clogged up, plus the smell will be terrible, so you always want to have the chemical and water in there before you use it, okay? Alrighty. Okay, let's see what else we have. Fire extinguisher, obviously. Let me just look. I think I've covered everything. You got shades all the way around. You have storage under here. You can see you got those little cloth type bins. Okay. Like I said, you always want to have this shut when you're traveling. Okay. Alright, so I think that does it then. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting your roof. That's very important. It should be part of your regular maintenance. You look for cracking or separation at any of the sealant, any way that water could get in, for example. You also look at the roofing attachments and roofing material. Make sure they weren't damaged by, let's say, low branches or road debris flying up there, anything like that. You can't see what's happening on the roof unless somebody's up there looking, so that's very important. And right now it's winterized, meaning there's antifreeze in the system. All the water's been purged and replaced with antifreeze, so it's all set till this spring, okay? Thank you very much.